Seeking English, S.A.T. Workbook, page 359, problem 1, one of my favorite problems. No calculator. It says, in the graph below, what is the slope of line M? And you can see they gave you these points, and they gave you these possible ways of showing the slope. So let's look carefully. You see, 0 is 0, no problem there. But how to get to this, the meaning of this P and this N is a little bit tricky. In English, I was taught rise over run is the formula for the slope. This is a positive slope. You can see that. The rise is this distance from the origin to the y-intercept. And the run is the distance, okay? It's not just distance. It's a positive or negative distance. So this is a positive distance here. This also is a positive distance. That's why it has a positive slope. This distance between there and there, the origin and that, but we measure it this way, okay? That's a positive slope. I know it seems like I'm going over it again and again and again, but I want you to be absolutely sure what I'm talking about before I do the next thing. This is a positive number, and this is a positive number, okay? If you look at the position, okay, of P, okay, that intercept point is a positive number. This N is a negative number. Okay? To get a positive slope, you either need a positive number on top of a positive number, or you need a negative number on top of a negative number. If you have a negative on top of a positive, or a positive on top of a negative, you're going to have a negative slope. Okay? And that's not going to match this line. So let's look at the possible answers here. Okay? N over P, regardless of the positive or the negative, shows run of some kind over rise of some kind. So that's absolutely wrong. Like this one also, it's a negative version of that. But negative or positive, it shows run, okay, on top of rise. So that's also wrong. Now, this is where students get confused. P over N looks like there's no negative in it, so that looks like it should be a positive number. That matches the positive slope. We're done. No, we're not done. Because negative N being a negative number, N needs to be negated in order to be the positive number to match P to produce the positive slope. Okay? So the correct answer is actually, it doesn't matter whether this negative is on the P or on the N, as long as it's only one of them. It's a negative number if either of those is negative. Okay? My preferred form here would be to put the minus N on the bottom to make it a little bit more clear. That's the actual run. That's the distance between this negative number and 0. Okay? And then we have, it's a positive number because it proceeds in this direction. That's a P there. Okay? So you may or may not like the way I'm explaining it, but you must admit I am explaining it. Look at it again carefully. If you're still confused by this, try plugging in some numbers and calculate and see what happens. You just have to keep in mind that this N, that looks like positive N, it's negative something. Okay, really? Yes, positive N is negative something else. We just don't know what. And that's pretty much the whole problem. As always, comment section is open because I know many students are confused by this again and again and again and again, even very good students. So, comment section. Thanks.